Hello and welcome everybody to Nickel City X-Wing. As finally the thing pops up. Nobbie being Nobbie. Getting his locks out. Welcome, we have got another banger for you. Group D action. Nobbie from Australia facing Dan from Malta. Australia is up 2-1 in this series as we see Dan from Malta setting up his HMPs in that lower right here. It should be a good game. Initiative and firepower versus a well-stacked HMP list. We have had Dan and Nobbie on before, but never playing against each other, and it should be a good one. Hope you guys are having a good night. Yet again, I haven't been to sleep. Sleep is for the weak. Sleep means nothing. Merle going to be placed now by Nobbie. Gotta pick a spot here. While they're setting up, let's run down the list. Starting with Australia, it's Merle Cobbin with Intimidation. Taliesin Lintra with Crack Shot. ZZ Slow with Cluster Missiles. And of course, Pro Dameron with Predator, R4, Overdrive Thruster, and a Jamming Beam. And then for Dan and Malta, it's a Geonosian prototype with synced laser cannons, stabilizers, and Kraken. A Bactoid drone with the repulsor lift stabilizers, mag pulse, clusters, and thermals. A Bactoid drone with the stabilizers, ion missiles, clusters, and probe droids. And of course, DGS 047 with stabilizers, ion missiles, cluster missiles, and thermal detonators. Ulagar says, terrible insomnia tonight. Help me, Obi-Wan Kino Greg. You're my only hope. See? Insomnia means you're trying to sleep and you can't. Just do what I do and just never sleep because you got too much X-Wing to stream. We have got a match today, right now. This is 0800. Oh, I gotta turn that on. I owe you a Nobbie. I'll get you a Nobbie, don't you worry. Got this match, which is 0800 UCT. And then we've got one at 1100 and 1300. And then later, we got so many fucking matches today. What do we got? Let me see if I can find my XTC list so I can get you the UTC times. So this is 1100. We got one at 1300 and then 1900. Yeah, we did it. We did it, everybody. We did it. Metal Malta says 3-2 for Australia, not 2-1. So, you know, the thing they told us to look at the sheets for the standings is obviously not up to date. That's 5. Betting is open. Woohoo! Real late night X-Wing, says Dr. Weston. You're not wrong. It is late night. Some would say early morning. I mean, not me, but someone. Holy shit. I am tired. Went out to the bar. Came home. Wasted some time. Now we're here. Looks like we're about ready to go. Time has started. Dan from Malta has initiative. This is going to be a 2 hard here from his little thing. Going to flip stabilizers and take a calculate, looks like. People Agar pays off. Always go full, Greg. Looks like all these HMPs are gonna flip stabilizers. And now we're gonna go to Merle. Merle, 1 hard. Doesn't want any of this, and it's like just a boost. Never mind, it's a barrel roll. And he's gonna combo that into a boost, so, you know. Dr. Weston says it's 1 a.m. where he's at. It's 4 a.m. here. And 7 a.m. we got a match. And then 1300. So 9 a.m. And then 3 p.m. Nothing in this world is good. 10 a.m. where it counts is Christopher Bengston. I don't know where he's at. Where would it be 10? Like Central Europe? No. Okay, so it's yeah, Central Europe. Lambruyer, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you joining us. Are you Team Malta or Team Australia? Lugar says 3 a.m. for him, so he's in Central Time. A ridiculous time zone. Four XTC games for us this Saturday, and that will conclude our XTC schedule for this week. I will happily celebrate the 4th of July with my friends and hopefully sleep. Go back to dials as that DRK-1 probe droid has been unleashed. Try to get some early locks. You all are having a grand old time. Can't thank you guys enough for joining me in these stupid late overnight things. This is not the time for that my like normal crowd is on, and just the support from the greater X-Wing community, especially the international community, has been so great, and I really appreciate it. Probe droids move. Won't be in range of anything here, I don't think, unless Merle turns in. And here are the side slips. Now, we have seen Dan and his expert use of these side slips before, so this should come as no surprise to us that he absolutely knows what he's doing here. A lot of calculates out there with Kraken. Merle. And Merle's gonna barrel roll. Nobbie doesn't want to force an engagement. He does not have to. These 180 arcs on the HMPs can be very scary. It is a 2 forward from ZZ. And sorry, 2 forward from ZZ, 2 forward or 3 forward from Callie, and he's just barrel rolling as much as he can to give himself as much room. And Poe. Uladar says, I'm celebrating Independence Day by playing X-Wing all day on the 5th to prep for the Lone Star Open. Very, very nice. O is going to take the actions here. Barrel roll. Wouldn't hate a Poverdrive boost, but I don't think there's anything Poe can do without getting locks on him next turn. He is kind of stuck there. We go back to dials. Hope everything with the stream is acting okay. We did have a little bit of a disconnect earlier, but nothing too bad, doesn't look like, as the final DRK probe droid is launched here, so there are 2 on the field. Aside from the gun darts, there's not much X-Wing on when I'm awake, so this is awesome. Well, I've had, honestly, Weston, Aaron, I've had so much fun in these games just interacting with chat, even though there is that 90-second delay that makes interaction a little less, I'm not gonna say fun, still fun, but like less direct. Just having like co-commentators and stuff, I've just really had a great time with it lately. And so since I missed all last week while I was on vacation, didn't get to do any X-Wing games, which seemed like it's such a busy week. This week seemed kind of tame in comparison, so I went hardcore. I was like, you know what? No one's gonna pick up these AM matches. I'll do it. If the world isn't gonna rise to the occasion, Greg will rise. I don't need sleep. I'm 21 again. You guys remember when you were younger and you could just stay up all night, no consequences? Woo! I remember. And here is the move from the probe droids. And that should be able to reach out and touch some ships here. Get these locks. I wonder if these HMPs just kind of went slow. Q-Bank. Gundarks are my go-to Insomnia Wing. They're just my go-to friendly guys. Nobbie, of course, part of that fearless Gundark. Poe and Merle in range for target locks here. These early target locks are so important for these HMPs. I remember when the HMPs got leaked and that that ability got leaked. I was like, oh, what a dumb ability. But I was wrong. Networked aim is a great ability. It's just a great passive ability. I'll be typing out sus for these Among Us locks here. Merle's gonna get to move. Yeah, unfortunately, Darren, I've enjoyed the co-commentators as well, but unfortunately I had this game and then I knew like that I was gonna be going out tonight, and I was worried that because bars here close at 4 a.m., which is like 16 minutes ago. So I was worried that bars would not be open or we'd be getting home late, but my friends were kind of lame, went home early. And so I got the game back after I had been like, oh, I don't know if I can do it. And thus did not have time to arrange a co-commentator. And my boy Dan from X-Wing SHG was going to help me out before, but then, like, I don't know, he angered his wife or something by doing too much X-Wing. I don't know what it is. We can't do it. Not yet, anyway. That's all right. We'll power through. We'll power through together. Metal Malta says GSP is my insomnia wing. Time zones are weird. That is funny how that works. Oh, barrel roll. Overdrive that boost if he wants. Looks like he doesn't want. Nobbie just gonna let these locks stand. And it looks like we are gonna go back to dials. These HMPs might be rearranging some locks here. Get a couple onto ZZ and Tally. I don't know if this is the engagement that Nobbie wants, but we're coming up on it. So get your bets in. My insomnia wing is usually just playing Darren. Just going in my Discord, adding Dr. Weston, being like, play me, please. I used to, when I was first getting into the game, I watched a lot of Gold Squadron on YouTube. But at that time, it was kind of the quad phantom meta. You guys remember that? And I mean, it wasn't bad. I was still learning a lot from the game, but like, I feel like the game's come a long way since the quad phantom meta with like just new ships and even the play style. Nathan Squadron, how is it going? Welcome back. Putting their cashola onto Dan from Malta. These HMPs are formidable and they do have quite a bit of health. Three forward and a repulsor lift trigger. We'll go for a lock and move that on to, looks like, Tally. That one has ion missiles and cluster missiles. Green is going to lock on to ZZ. Three forward and repulsor lifts. And just to calculate for yellow. So he's got one lock on each ship, and I think that's probably what he wants here. Mazestick, good morning, buddy. Hope you are doing well. You're up awfully early, but I appreciate you joining us. Earl Cobbin, the turn in. I think we're likely to see two banks next turn. Two banks to like a side slip to the right, two banking from these HMPs. So we'll see what Tally and ZZ have in store here. They could be turning away. Nobbie should probably see this coming. ZZ, and there it is. ZZ the one hard. And I imagine a boost. Twitch 5x5, or Twitchy 5x5, betting it all on Malta. So far, Dan from Malta doubling the bets of Nobbie here. And I get why. Like, I get it. Gonna be a barrel roll from ZZ as well. And here comes Poe. Poe did not open foils. He's gonna focus and barrel roll. So Nobbie is choosing not to engage. He could definitely boost Poe into shots. He's just gonna choose not to for now. And Poe is just gonna take a shot onto one of those probe droids, and we'll kill it. We won't call that first blood, but doctors, or Dr. CZ in the house. Again, betting on Malta. You want to make some nickels, maybe a little bet here onto Australia. Could be the play. Get some of that cashola back. Which he says, I'm just a separatist player. I am too. I really like the separatist faction. Grievous is my favorite pilot to play. Christopher. I'm just gonna type this out. Pork Chop Express says the couple of points changes should concentrate on fixing broken stuff. That should help other ships with less chance of breaking something up. So I think he's saying the next couple of points changes should concentrate on fixing broken stuff. I honestly, I truly believe for as much grief as we give it, that the game is actually in a very, very good place right now. And for me, it's just about tweaking things right now. I really think you just need to tweak a few things, like Zam. Zam needs to be tweaked. And here's blue. That is a 3 hard side slip to the right. And gonna barrel roll. I believe that's red on these. Now flip stabilizers front. Green. They'll likely follow suit. Thinking about barrel rolling yellow. Does it get over far enough to give you a good maneuver to relieve that stress next turn? And he's gonna do it. And Merle is coming around. Yeah, like I was saying, I really think the game is actually in a very good place right now. There are a ton of lists that are competitive, and there isn't like one overwhelming meta like we saw with where are those ships? Separatist ships, the bug meta. What do we call that? Why can't I think of this? It's because it's so late. With all the why can't I think of what that ship is? You know, like the Stalzian Hive Guard ships and Chertek. Nantex. Nantex. Draco Australia says tweaked, nuked. Oh, he's not a fan of the game. Zimatique, how's it going, buddy? Hope your trip is going very, very well. Hope you're having a good time over there in Paris. Christopher says, yeah, nerf Zam, FTC, and thermals. I think FTC is probably fine as it is. Zam needs to go up in points, crew and ship. That is absolutely true as we head back to dials here. Thermals, I think thermals, you raise them 1 point, they're fine. If you make thermals 4, I think you're going to get more bomb diversity back. Yeah, because right now thermals are the only bomb being used, and at 3 points, it's too good a value. I think at 4 points, it's a little bit better. Damn thermals and a 3 green spam are the 2 things I need looking at. I also wish they would redo the Nantex getting to do their thing even when bumped. I do agree that the Nantex ability should have been fully execute. I 100% agree that that should have been a fully execute on text of the card, but I don't think it's that big of a problem. First off, you never see a Nantex with ensnare. You just never do it. So anytime they take that tractor token, they're taking it at their own peril. Ensnare is so expensive. It's just, you never see it. And I love it. I love that ability. Chair tech with ensnare, so much fun. As far as Hera, they already kind of nerfed Hera. Not being able to use Hera to prime munitions is a pretty solid nerf on Hera. I don't think Hera's a problem, honestly. Those rebel lists with like the infinite token passing, that feels like it kind of feels like a problem, but it's not like they're the end all be all in how they're performing right now. One forward's here. See if yellow keeps the one forward as well. Opening up those foils or those stabilizers. Taking calculates. Two forward. Interesting move, and it definitely clears. See if yellow is gonna open stabilizers as well. I'll talk about droid swarms. I mean, when's the last time I've seen like an 8 trade TFD swarm? Never. Haven't seen it in a long time. The auto include isn't that bad. Like, there's so many ships that are auto includes. ZZ, for instance. ZZ's an auto include from the Resistance. When's the last time you saw a Resistance list that didn't have ZZ? Maybe like Johnny Prockett's free bomber list. Speaking of ZZ, 2 bank. I feel like every faction has their auto includes. The ship that's like such good value. Well, we aren't going to get shots this round, so I am going to use the bathroom. Talk to Gerg for a second. I hear dice being rolled in my ear, but like it was probably just a range 3 shot on those probe droids and wasn't able to hit for nothing. I really like what Nobbie has done in being so selective with this engagement. Let me see what I missed in chat here. There's an auto include, went over that. 6 points is too much. You still want just to be viable in there. I would say 3 to 4 increase for Hera A's. Maybe. Dr. CZ says, after 25 minutes, still no action. Yeah. We haven't had an offensive shot against another ship so far. Can you kind of blame Nobbie, though? Like, Nobbie is definitely going to search out for his shot. It's going to be far easier for him to half point and try to stall this game out. Grab the win for Australia. The 8-Wing's greatest strength with that, like, focus rotate or action rotate is kind of negated by the 180 arc. Not entirely. Like, you can still get behind HMPs, but it's a process. And this kind of play right now really brings forward that saying of it's a game of positioning, right? 0 stop here for yellow. Focusing. Turn of focusing, taking a stress. And red hasn't get to move yet because Merle gets that first move and it too hard. Christopher makes a good point and says Nobbie is actually trying to win the game, not jousting into the HMPs and auto lose. I agree. Workshop Express says the designer said they preferred popular characters to have good abilities. I fully support that. Although Han resistance sucks, so you know, some good, some bad there. But yeah, like Boba Fett should be a great pilot. You just have to price it right. Like, it's all about point cost. Any ship is good if the price is right. Except Sienna Reed. It's dog shit. The thing, Christopher, is Nobbie may have to settle for not dodging arcs, but dodging the front arcs. Right? Because there's a difference here. If you're in that front arc, you're taking sync lasers, you're taking missiles, ion missiles, cluster missiles, you got a mad pulse out there, you're taking those. But if you're on the side, those are just 2 dice. Those are 2 dice being rolled at you, 1 reroll on each. They're good shots. I mean, they have chances to do damage, but it's really all about the approach here. The cam damage, first time in chat, says no one wants a Vader Defender meta. I am a little bit of the opinion that the Vader Defender is, like, while it's a good ship that does a shit ton of damage, definitely killable. And you just can't put enough support around it to make it unkillable. So I'm fine with Vader Defender, to be honest. Resistance Han is ultra thematic. Yeah, they always have to fucking It's so weird which pilots they choose to go thematic with and which they don't. Kylo, I mean, Kylo and that silencer might be the best ship in the game. Like, straight up, the silencer chassis is a fucking great chassis. Deadly Pork putting money on Nobbie in Australia here. Calculate for blue. Green, 3 forward. Low march of inevitable death. Flipping foils. Well, I don't want to speak for Doc, and he might type in before you get to see this with the 90-second delay, but I think what he means is with these 180 arcs, it's almost impossible to not approach these HMPs in a situation where you're getting shot. It's super hard to flank them. If any ship can do it, it's an A-wing, but you have to be in a position where you are able to 5 straight and get behind them. And in order to do that, you're gonna be in range 3. So if he keeps his ships together, I kind of agree that it's almost impossible to avoid a joust. I don't think I'd hate the Poverdrive boost right here, because you know that red can't one bank on you. It's gonna have to sidestep in that. We're gonna get that. We're getting that Overdrive boost here. It's gonna be a stress for Poe. Bulgar says, I struggle flying Poe. Seems like he's always in trouble, but Nobbie is so patient. Nobbie is being very, very patient here. And this is going to be a shot on that probe droid. Always good to try and take it off. 2v4. Merle. Fire for 1. And the probe droid is an evadey boy. We'll live through it. Yeah. Not quite there yet. I think Nobbie's whole goal for engagements here is to not take the missiles. I think that's what all this is leading up to, is Nobbie trying to not take missiles. And of course, Nobbie, I mean, you roll 3 dice with Poe, and then 6 dice with the A-Wings, but really 4 dice before Merle. So you roll 7 dice. It's not out of the realm of possibility to one-tap a HMP, like one round it, but it's highly unlikely. Maybe with ZZ's clusters, you can kind of alpha strike a little bit, but I don't know. Kieran, 1982, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate you joining us. I mean, this game is about the right engagement. Both players are looking for that right engagement, and I think there's more leeway on Dan's side to engage than there is on Nobbie's to engage. I'm gonna move those probe droids over. See what's crack-a-lackin'. There is the side slip to the right. Getting those stabilizers forward. I mean, the HMPs are pretty predictable, right? Like, you kind of get a gist of where they're going. It's just, how do you approach it? Because with their side slip ability, they're always keeping that front 180 on you. Ooh, a big move there from Blue. 5 forward. And takes a calculate after rotating that. They're putting those stabilizers down. Merle, and not taking the bait though. I mean, we're over halfway through this game and we have yet to have a shot at the other player. Dr. CZ says Nobbie has good position. Dan will spread his force now. I think there'll be a little bit of spread. I think you're right that there's going to be a little bit of spread, but I think there's going to be a lot of mutual arc coverage. Red, and yeah, no surprise there. Red's just gonna come in. Red is the one that has the lock on Poe too, so Poe really doesn't want to get too fast. ZZ. Focus and boost. It's stressful. Allie, 3 forward. We probably get the focus here as well into a boost. Blue is the one with the lock on Tally, and Blue is packing ion missiles and cluster missiles. Don't think Tally wants to take that, so I think we'll get a boost as well. Right. Let's see if we finally get some shots. I think we will here. Poe 3 forward. Clear stress. And he will just take a boost. All right. Easy. And with 32 minutes left in the game, we're getting our first player-on-player shot. This is going to be 2v2 ZZ into the blue HMP Natties. Fire when it counts. And that is going to be a shield on the blue HMP. And ZZ will flip her charge and take the evade. That HMP, blue HMP, should have shots back. Has Merle, has ZZ. One reroll. And it's going to go ahead and fire at Merle. So this is going to be 2v4. Everyone's got mods. And hit crit coming into Merle. You spend one calculate, you can only take one with you. He re-rolls it. I don't understand. Alright, yeah, sure. Whatever. Merle. And Merle has the focus. Spends it, avoids any damage. And Merle will get to fire back. I don't even, should I even close bets on that? Like, it feels like that's our first shot, so technically we should. We'll close bets. But I don't really see much happening here. Merle, one crit. Blue just looking for some paint. Gets that one and will go ahead and spend it. Can't take it with you. And Kraken will let 3 ships keep calculates. So green is going to be the odd man out.
This is where the fun begins.
Solid redeem. We're back to dials. No points. 30 minutes left in this match. Just for funsies, if we were to head to final salvo, it would be 8 dice on 9. Dan would be rolling 8. Nobbie 9. I don't think it'll get there, though. At some point, someone's going to try and win this game. Had a total damage of 1 shield so far. Blue, side slipping. Beautiful maneuver. Makes that calculate. Trav J. Murd says, get those A-Wings fired up, Nobbie! Where am I getting the energy? I don't know. 4 forward here. Look at, if he does a 3 forward, that's on the rock. But he does the 4 and he just has it perfect. Opening up those stabilizers. 4 forward from green. Of course, that clears. We knew that. Opening stabilizers there as well. Calculating. And now we go to Merle Cobbin. Merle, your response. 2 banks. You can probably barrel roll out of a shot if you want. Welcome to the chat room. Did I leave the chat room? I didn't want to leave the chat room. Please don't make me leave the chat room. Focus boost for Merle. Working. My OBS has been acting funny this morning. It's all right. I kind of think that resistance is a little bit cornered here. ZZ is locked by green. I think green might be out. That's going to be close. And looks like Tally's going to be trying to use this cloud as a little bit of cover next turn. And Poe, 3 banks. Again, doesn't open foils, has refused to open foils so far. And it's going to barrel roll all the way forward and not turn in. So let's see. Yellow's definitely got a shot. Well, ZZ's going to take the shot first, but yellow is going to get a shot. And green isn't in, so ZZ won't be eating him any missiles here. And ZZ blanks out. No heroic. So that's that. ZZ will take an evade. So yellow is going to be the only shot from these HMPs. This is going to be 2v4. Again, it is double modified in a sense, at the very least. ZZ brought out 5. That's too many. There you go. 4. 2 dice. And spends a calculate for 2 hits. ZZ gets 1 evade, has the evade token. 2 evades is safe. No shots for green. We're going back to dials. Oh, wait, look at us. Range 2 onto these probe droids, because fuck it. Merle spends for hit crit. Probe droids need 2 evades to live. They don't get it. A probe droid dies. Finally, some violence. Kraken allows 3 calculates to stay on the board. There's an overhead shot. How do you guys like the dice on the mat compared to a dice cam? How do you feel? What's your preference? Start a poll. For you rather dice rolled on the mat or a dice cam, which involves players rolling in a box and a second computer set over that box that you then import over it and green screen out. But in that case, it's actually a blue screen. Blue screen it out so that the green evade dice don't suffer the same fate as the green screen. It's 4-1 in favor of the dice camera. I didn't realize that was that popular. You're welcome, everybody. I invented it. Christopher says dice on mat is better. Ooh. Venting opinions. Here it is. 2 straight from yellow. And can choose to leave stabilizers open or close them up. And I think he's going to leave them open. Green 2 forward. And he is going to close those stabilizers and take a calculate. Blue 2 bank. Blue trying to get ZZ. Again, blue has ions and clusters. Would a barrel roll suit blue more here than another calculate? That might be the question. ZZ's a bit cornered, but just another calculate, and now Merle Cobbin is going to get the move, and that's a 2 hard for Merle. Merle does appear to be out of yellow's front arc at least. And he's just going to boost and link that into a rotate. Now the red factoid is going to go ahead and face Poe. And take a calculate. Let's see where Poe headed. 1 hard for Callie. I will say, as a player, like, you're right, that dice on mat is probably better. But I am I'm more concerned about viewing. And a barrel roll. I'll be doing everything you can to take this game into a final salvo. And Poe is just out of there, but I'll say this, I actually like what Poe is doing, because if Red wants to continue chasing Poe, if any of them wants to continue chasing Poe, they do have to let either Poe or these A-Wings on their back. And Tally does have shots. So, gonna fire to yellow here. This is a 2v2 downtown. And not worth spending, I don't think. This game already was 16 and a half minutes left. Yellow. And choose ZZ or Tally. Gonna choose Tally. Does Tally spend her thing here? She does have Bullseye. Does. That is 2 blanks and a reroll into a hit. Tally needs 1 paint on 5 die, but where have I seen that go wrong before? She gets it though. Blue now. Gonna check the front arc. Does have Tally in the front arc. This is 3v4 obstructed if blue chooses to spend one of their missiles. It absolutely will, and it's going to be a ion missile. This is an ion missile 3v4 into Tally. 3 hits. Tally Lintra. Focus Cloud takes nothing. Good on Tally there. Sydney Space Slugs with the raid. Appreciate it so much. I believe they had a Germany game, I want to say. I was tuned in earlier to see what game they were streaming. If you haven't followed, go follow for some quality XTC coverage. You had a nice Germany game yesterday that went down right to the wire. The last, I mean, really, it came down to which Zam card was on the thing. Mass TMT says, wow, still no score. Mass, we've had maybe 5 shots. Oligar says, isn't Red just looking Poe off the same way a quarterback looks away from their primary receiver while waiting for them to dig into their route? That's a great analogy. I think they're both trying to do that to each other. Ham Damage says, welcome, Slugs. Welcome, Slugs. What's going on, Slugs? Oh, you slugging it up, Slugs? We are 13 minutes left in this match. We have had a total of 1 shield of damage. That was on the blue HMP. That's right, your overlay is indeed correct. It's not that I'm lazy. That just hasn't been that much action. Bralvo02, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you coming in, joining us. Komodo Leaf says, you're right, we started the raid 30 minutes ago and just got here. You know what, slugs get a bad rap. They're fast for their size. Right? I don't really know what a slug is, to be honest. Like a crawly thing, right? Like a undulating, a snail type movement. Am I wrong? Nails down. Are the players ready? 12 minutes left. Again, this would be a 9-8 final salvo if that is what it came to. Blue. Re-banking, going for the block. So this could be it. This could be the plan here. Go all in onto Tally Lintra. And does take a strain after going through that cloud. And it is also stressful, but will flip stabilizers. Yellow, one forward. And gonna straighten out the stabilizers. And move their lock. So this is the plan. The plan is to get these points on Tally and win this game. Re-bank. The trap has been laid. Tally is fixing to live up to her lore, says Bulligar. Solid comment. Merle now. Re-banking away. Houseless snails. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. Thank you, D. Brody. Focus boost from Merle. Hero of the Resistance. Yellow. Q Harding. STMT says final salvo will be nice. I don't know. I don't know if ZZ gets out or Telly gets out of this. He's in a bad spot. Second calculate for red. ZZ now. 3 forward. Again, completely out of this fight. He was continuing the thing, but Dan kind of lured him into this all-in situation. Don't know if a 5 forward will fit for ZZ. Oh, I think it does. I think if ZZ 5 forwarded here, she's fine. We'll see. We'll absolutely see. That is a barrel roll. For ZZ and Tally. Ooh, you. One hard. Red is the one with the synced laser cannons, so that's the one you kind of got to avoid the front arc from. Yellow doesn't have front arc. Blue does have front arc. But ZZ's probably boosting out of this. I mean, this is it, right? This is kind of the game here. You've gone all in onto ZZ Slow. ZZ, it's not ZZ. I keep confusing Tally and ZZ. You've gone all in on Tally, and you need to make this count. If it doesn't count, could be headed to a salvo. Focus boost. 180 arcs are gonna at least help out a little bit. And last but not least, Poe Dameron 4 forward. Again, this turn catching Nobbie completely off guard. Absolutely just buckling there. Mass TMT says Nobbie playing it too safe. It appears like he has on this one. ZZ's going to take a 2v2 shot versus Yellow here. This is just to get a token for defense. Hey, what do you say? One hit. And it looks like that shield will go through onto Yellow, our second shield of the game, with under 7 minutes left. ZZ will take that evade. Now Red should get the shot here. Has range 3 obstructed on Tally, or range 3 on ZZ. Listen, you're all in on Tally. You might as well be all in on Tally. Is it a good shot? No. But you're all in on Tally. Be all in on Tally. But gonna take it on to ZZ. This is gonna be 2v4. ZZ does still have a lock from green on her, so one reroll available. Doesn't need it though. Natty's out. ZZ looking to find one evade. Doesn't have it. Gonna spend one. That is gonna be a shield onto ZZ. ZZ one away from giving up points. And Yellow's gonna go on to ZZ 2v4. 2 hits again. ZZ 3 evades. And here are the shots that really, really matter. 2v3 on to Tally Lintra. 2 rerolls available. Natties again. 2 evades. 3v3 now. Two rerolls. And a token for 2 hits. Tally looking for paint. Is out of it completely fine. Tally doesn't even take a damage from all that. 4.5 minutes left. And now you're kind of, if you're Nobbie, you're thinking, final salvo might be my best shot at winning this game here. For those who don't know, I'm sure you all do. You're all avid X-Wing fans because you're watching it at 5:18 a.m. But if you don't know, final salvo works like this. The score is tied at the end of time. You take the highest number printed on your ship card, add it all together, your attack dice that is, the highest attack value printed on your ship cards, add them all together. These are all the alive ships left. In this case, it's every ship on the board. You add them all together, and you roll that many dice against the opponent's dice. In this case, it'd be 9 for Nobbie, 8 for Dan, and the amount of hit crits you get, you count those up. Just 1 point each for every hit crit. Whoever ends up with the highest amount of hits and crits is your winner. ZZ down to 1 shield. And that means 1 away from giving up half points. This might be the last turn. So if you're Nobbie, kind of just run away, right? Side slip. Calculate. Side slip. Rid of the strain and stress. And a calculate. Too hard. Calculate. And a side slip. Yeah, red did lose a calc. He just did it. And no barrel roll. Gonna take that second calculate. Merle should have moved, but I guess it really doesn't matter. I mean, this is probably running. Yeah, Merle's just running. For a minute and a half. If Nobbie is able to conclude these moves and there's no shots, we might get another one. Bulgar says, I'm a little surprised Poe didn't turn in when it looked like Dan Handy A was pinned against the board edge. Poe has done nothing this whole game. I think Nobbie might be stalling a little bit. And there goes ZZ. Absolutely no reason to risk anything here. Red has too many calc tokens, I think. And barrel roll. Oh. Hunter in. And can't quite barrel roll that far because it's not the red. That is time. ZZ's gonna take a meaningless shot onto red. Hit crit. We are gonna have a 9 to 8 final salvos. 1 shield goes in on red. Blue will check. No shot. Well, that's it. Final salvo. Nine to 8 final salvo. Dan has initiative, so should roll first. Know what they're talking about. And Dan rolls. Count it up. 1, 2, 3. Only 3. Nobbie. And Nobbie beat 3. One, 2, 3, 4. Nobbie wins. Australia takes the series. And that is that. Four to 3 final salvo. Congratulations to Australia claiming victory over Malta in this series. Dan played a heck of a game, though. I mean, this is a 0-0 game. This is literally a 0-0 game. So, you know, both players played well. I mean, you don't get a 0-0 game without the players playing really good. Like, it's maybe not the most exciting thing, I'll admit that, but when you get a game like this, players are saying sorry. They do not need to apologize for playing a game of X-Men. And okay, so you guys are just seeing Nobbie's roll. You just saw it happen. Moto Leaf says this is why we X-Men. True story. All right, everybody. Thank you for joining me. We will be back in 1.5 hours. 7 a.m. Eastern, 1100 UTC for Steve from Canada versus Tom from England. Then 9 a.m., 1300 UTC. We got Iconic from the Netherlands versus Sakuda Joe from Japan. And 3 p.m. or 1900 UTC. That's right. 1900 UTC. We've got Mads from Denmark and Ueli from Switzerland. I very much appreciate you guys joining me, and hopefully in an hour and a half you will keep joining me. Until then, fucking raid Ando, eh? I don't think there's any XTC on, so we're just gonna raid Ando Senpai. I'm gonna send you guys there. I'm gonna wait as long as I can.
Kobe is dead. Yeah. What do you mean no? What do you mean?